Hi, I'm Kalia Ali, and I'm so thrilled to speak to you today coming from Fighter's Heaven, my father, former boxer Muhammad Ali's once training camp. So as legend has it, my father was training at the Fontainebleau Hotel and decided that this was not the environment to become a champion in, that he had to get back to the basics, to real nature. He wanted to pump the water from the ground, the raw element of the trees, the hills to climb that he trained on in his combat boots. As so many people to this day tell me the great stories. They'd see him running along 61. The training camp, Deer Lake, now Fighter's Heaven, really served that purpose for him.
I'm Bob Carl, President and CEO of the Schuylkill Chamber of Commerce. So Muhammad Ali began training here in the early 70s. We're talking about the big fights, you know, the first Frazier fight, the Foreman fight. That was all being worked on when he was here. To be able to have the legacy of his greatest training for his greatest fights occurring right here is beyond words. And I think it means an awful lot to the people here.
It's an extraordinary opportunity to take probably the most intimate steps into my father's life in the closest way possible. You walk into the very cabin where he slept. When you go into the dining hall and you sit at that table, that's the table that my father put there. That stove you see is the stove that was cooking his food. This is about as close as you can intimately get to his everyday life and a very significant portion of his life.
He's much more than a boxer. He's a personality, and it came through in everything that he did here at the camp. He was an extremely genuine person. He was very, very conscious of all his guests to the camp, and he wanted to make sure that they had a great experience. He intermingled with the people. He never tried to be protected. He wanted to be with the people and for the people, and he was. You felt like you were in his home, and so it was a very personal experience while the greatest trained.
My favorite quote of my father's, it's "Service is the rent that we pay for living here on earth." He loved everyone equally and the same. I recall nights when my father was so tired he could barely walk, and he would not go to sleep or rest until he saw everyone got an autograph, a hug, or personal attention. And up in his room, you could have had any celebrity or former president waiting, and I saw no different in how he treated them, shook their hands, or the love and respect he had in their eyes for them. My father loved everyone equally, and he was blessed.